I'm Ben Daniel. I'm the editor of Packaging Middle East magazine. I'm here with Nicola Lombardi, who is the marketing manager for Lombardi Converting Machinery from Italy. And I'm also here with the director of Winsac, who is the official distributor for Lombardi Converting Machinery for Middle East, Africa, and India, Ranesh. Welcome, Nicola and Ranesh. It's a pleasure.
Hi Ben, welcome to you at our booth.
Thank you.
Finally, we see in person after 3 years.
Exactly. It's really a pleasure, and it's so exciting to see faces once again and to engage with each other. So tell us, Nicola, if I can start with you by asking, how was this very surprising and unpleasant experience we all went through? 2.5 years, not able to meet, not able to veer off. It's like a unexpected tide of bumpy wave that we went through. So please tell us about your experience in Lombardi. How did you manage this tide from a business standpoint, from a support standpoint for your existing clients and for your potential and future clients, or rather new clients?
Yes, first of all, as you said, it was a difficult period for all the company, for all the markets. And as Lombardi Converting Machinery, we changed a lot the way of thinking. The way of thinking the production, the way of thinking the research and development, and the way of thinking the marketing in particular. Everything was different because there were no trade shows, and we started to create live streaming to connect all the dealers around the world, from United States to India to Australia. And in this way, we started a new way that gave to us a big brand awareness into the market. This is on the marketing side. There were different initiatives like Reboot, my first start in the live streaming, amatorial, but very important to start a new journey in the communication. After that, we have done Flex Award, a big virtual event divided into 3 days about finishing, narrow web, and flexible packaging, virtual, connecting more than 18 countries in the world. And after that, we have done the Lombardi Studios, a virtual studio in our company, in which we have interviewed many guests, like Ranesh, for example, after 2 years that I didn't see him, and was a great success to bring our brand in web stronger than ever. On the company side, we believed that the research and development was the right way to focus the company during the different lockdown in these 2 years. So research and development on many units that we have, because Lombardi Converting Machinery has a modular view of the technology. So we're ranging from the screen printing in line to the hot foiling, to the latest technology, the digital technology showed in Milan at Print for All 2 weeks ago, for example. And we are changing the way of thinking the logistic of production. But now, after 3 years of difficulties, we have orders till the next December. So we are so proud to have changed, to have faced the difficulty. And I believe that the main word is resilience, to adapt to the environment and become stronger.
Brilliant. If I can, thank you, Ranesh, if I can ask you the same question from a regional standpoint, because you are closely working with your clients in the Middle East and Africa region. So what challenges did you find, and how did you overcome, and what solutions you offered the clients during this tough time?
So Ben, just to add a couple of points, while the times have been tough on a personal and health front, the label and packaging business has actually grown during the pandemic. So that's been a positive, and we should all thank God that we guys are in this industry, which is actually not depreciated but actually appreciated. Volumes have increased. So that's been quite a positive sense of what. Having said that, the supply chain issues have been there for all of us. The not meeting in person has been a challenge. Service has now become remote, but we've adapted very well to that. We now have all the machines connected on the internet. 99% of the service now we are able to do remotely. We did not have any engineer traveling from Italy, but we have our own team of 30 engineers now across India, Middle East, and Africa. We were able to install new machines, disinstall some machines that we relocated to new factories, and keep all our machines running at 100% capacity during the period. So that's still been a good one for us. Having said that, for our marketing and sales, it's been very interesting that, I say this as an example at other forums as well. It's the first time I sell a Lombardi press to a customer who I've still yet to meet in my life personally. We met on the internet, we showed him the press on the internet, he ordered, and we delivered. And after that, the FAT, or the factory acceptance test, was on the internet from Calcutta all the way to Italy. And the machine was shipped, and our team in India traveled to Calcutta from Delhi and installed the press, and it's up and running. And
amazing.
truthfully, I am yet to meet the customer.
That's amazing. That's an amazing story, really.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, that clearly shows where this pandemic, the good greener side of the pandemic has come up for all of us.
Sure.
Nicola, if I can ask you about your innovations that you have done during this last a couple of years now, post-pandemic, or rather during the pandemic. Obviously, setting aside the pandemic part, like, let's talk, because we were not able to connect together through an exhibition, or we were not able to launch any new products in the recent past. So if you would like to tell our audience, our readers, or some of your new innovations or new products that you've launched.
Sure, we have worked a lot in research and development. In fact, we have a solution that are ranging from the narrow web to the mid web. And our modular vision have brought us to create new stuffs like the semi-rotary die cutting unit called Volo with high speed, for example. We have created new digital unit showed in Milan. Astra is an inkjet unit for a good digital hybrid press. It's insert inside our digital model, and we have this brand new unit that has reached a great hype during the show in Milan. Next year, for sure, everyone will see that in Label Expo in Brussels in 2023. But we are working on different solutions. For example, for service, we are working on a particular app to help all our customers to connect in time, in live with us on the technological side, and to assist in a better way all our customers. So we are many technologies to develop in this period, but we are working on that every time, everywhere, to find the best solution for the printers on the market.
Brilliant. Ranesh, if I may ask you, dwelling on the same question, from a regional standpoint, we have been seeing so many, there's a migration happening from conventional commercial printers and other kind of printers who are not really in the packaging or label space.
Yes.
They're migrating, and it's been happening for a while now. We have been
Yes.
seeing that. But we also see that that's getting into a kind of a glut now, with a lot of people getting into the area where your supply versus demand is getting a bit lopsided.
Yes.
So how do you identify a client, and how do you make sure that the market is healthy? It's not like flooding the market with more machines and less demand. So how is Lombardi treating this new trend?
So Ben, very important to understand that we have to stop calling ourselves label printers. All of my customers now, we tell them, please call yourself a packaging service provider. We have to all get out of our mind that label is equal to a self-adhesive label. Step one, within the label business now, there are 10 types of labels. Shrink sleeves, in-mold labels, heat transfer labels, wet glue labels. All these are labels which are now picking up, volumes here in this region. Just to give you an idea, our competition, or in the past, most of the presses sold were 330 mm width. For Lombardi, 90% of the presses that we have sold in all our markets, whether it's the Middle East or Africa or India, are 430, 530 or 600 mm width. So, we always try to go wider. We always try to tell the customer to not only just print self-adhesive, but also print shrink films, wraparounds, and these labels, where imagine there is a huge gap between the gravure printers or the big packaging printers with the big CI flexo presses who want to print only long runs who want to print at 300 meters or 400 meters a minute, and anything below 2000 kilos or below a few million labels is a loss making proposition for them. There exists a nice little niche into which the label printers can go, grow, and actually become small packaging printers and offer value where they make a decent amount of money as well. And like you said, we have now a separate application team. We keep on developing products which were earlier printed. For example, now we are working very strongly on the carton market. We have people who are printing cartons, migrating all the time directly into where they can print die cut finished cartons online. So that will add a whole new dimension to presses being available to do this job. In-mold has been a growing business for us in this region.
Sure.
Yeah, and shrink sleeves are also growing day in and day out. Short run flexible packaging, whether it is pouches, whether it is stand-up pouches, any kind of packaging, that's the way it's going to grow. And I think that is the focus where, and I 100% agree with you, there is no point of flooding the market. It's going to hurt us as well in the long term, because if our printers or if our converters don't make money, it is going to impact us. They're not going to come back to buy a second machine faster or a next machine faster. Yeah,
correct. Nicola, if I can ask you about digital as a technology, as a standalone technology, or as a hybrid technology with your existing presses, where do you see Lombardy going with this direction? Because almost every big and medium-sized label printer is investing today in digital labeling, be it inkjet or toner-based or memjet or whatever, primarily inkjet, let's put it that way. So what's your take, or what's your trend? What do you see as a trend globally? And obviously, Naresh can talk about the region. So where do you see Lombardy going with digital technology?
Yes, thank you, Ben, for this question, because this is exactly one of the main strategy of Lombardy Converting Machinery for the future. Digital, without any doubt, will be the right direction to follow. We started in the past with collaboration with other companies, but now we are arrived to realize our own digital unit. This unit can be standalone or can be integrated with our digital model. That means that you can have the possibility to combine different printing techniques, even the digital made by Lombardy. The advantage of this new unit, or this new way of the technological view, is that the company will have the service Lombardy. We are well known for our service because we are fast, we are flexible, and our service is immediately and intervene immediately for the customer. So now we have arrived to the technological level to develop a digital unit for the market. We will work day by day with our research and development to realize a perfect digital unit, competitive for the price, and to help the needs of the customer who are searching day by day personalized label, customized label, short running. So it's not it's necessary to embrace the digital market for a company like Lombardy that wants to give all the different printing techniques for the market.
So is it, just sorry to
Yes.
so is this technology that you mentioned now your own development when it comes to, so this is inkjet, right?
Yes, exactly.
And
Is
what head are you using?
Yes, it's a inkjet quadrichromy with the possibility to add other 4 colors plus white.
Okay.
So with this technology, now we are reaching a good speed for this technology, and is interesting the possibility to have perfectly integrated with our digital to create an hybrid press for flexographic groups, digital group, semi-rotary die-cut high speed. That is so important because with one magnetic cylinder, for example, you can have any formats of printing, and you can have it standalone, so with unwinder, rewinder, and Astra unit in the middle. This was the brand new unit that we are starting advertising from Milan during Print for All, and now we are bringing to the rest of the world, because there will be different event in front of us. For example, we will have Label Expo in Chicago in September. We will have another trade show in Paris on November, till we will arrive at the Label Expo, in which we can announce that we have a great change for our company. We will be in the Hall 5 with the biggest stand that Lombardi Converting Machinery has ever had.
Brilliant. Thank you. Ranesh, if you can dwell on the same point from a regional perspective, we see, I mean, like I said, like, printers are investing in this. So where do you see that? Do you see the trend, and what's your take on that?
So, Ben, like you said, the volumes are growing in digital, number one. This market, especially for short run and quick turnaround, is looking at digital. And every company has to have now one kit at least in-house. So there have been sales from Konica Minolta, from Durst, from all these people, sales, right? From Lombardi, we will be launching the Astra unit here in the Middle East as well very soon, hopefully in the next 3 to 6 months. I also want to dwell more on the finishing part. We at WinSAG are doing a lot of digital finishing, which we have been doing for some time now. A key point at this show that you will see is our high build solution. If you walk around, you'll see a lot of interest from everybody who's buying, whether a Konica Minolta or any other solution comes to us and say, can you help us do the die cutting? Can you help us do the high build varnish? Can you help us do digital foiling? These are key finishing solutions without which a label is not complete. So there we're finding a lot of traction. We already have 3 installs of this solution in the Middle East, in UAE alone, and we should have, we hope to have after this show a basket full of orders to add that. Doing variability, monochrome variability, we've been doing for a long time now. A lot of labels now come with QR codes, and most of our label printers already have these solutions. The software for track and trace is something that we have been selling and installing. So all in all, exciting times ahead for digital. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. We've come to the end of this interview. One last question to both of you, probably starting with Nicola and then with Ranesh. So where do you see Lombardi as a company standing itself apart from so many other players in the market? It's flooded with, I don't want to take out names, all of them. Most of the label manufacturers in the region. We have many companies from Europe, from elsewhere. And Lombardi being in this market through WinSAG for quite some time now, you have been successful. So where do you see this, and what's your message to your existing clients and your potential clients? How do you set yourself apart from your competition? I'll put the question straight to you.
Yes, this is the classical question that I love to answer, because yes, there is a big competitivity in the market, and we are a relatively young company. But the advantage of our company is that we are a familiar business. We are 3 brothers, taught by our father, who founded this company more than 30 years ago. And in this company, this familiar approach that is becoming day by day a corporate is an hybrid approach for the market. And that means more flexibility, more affordability, more possibility to follow the customer closer and closer. So this approach is so clear in the service, for example, because Lombardi is well known for its service, because we immediately help our customer at every hour, at every time, with spare parts, with assistance. And I believe that this is the key for the perfect customer satisfaction. For other aspects, I believe that quality is without any doubt one of the main future of a company like Lombardi, in which a company like Vinsa believed since the beginning. The Italian quality, the European quality, to bring in different markets, from the United States to India, passing for the Middle East, is recognized from every printers all around the world. So I believe that these are the main keys of the success of Lombardi in the last year.
Okay, Ranesh, your question will be a little different than what I asked Nicola. So please tell us about your successful journey with Lombardi in this region. I mean, past you've been doing pretty well. Let's talk about the current scenario and the future. If you want to announce some of the details, or you want to just give us some brief about the success story with Lombardi.
So Ben, one reason when we partnered with Lombardi, and what Nicola said, that we believed in them early on in their journey, but they have been an excellent partner because of their flexibility, their technological advances in developing what the market wants. Lombardi today is a product on the price performance ratio would be the highest. We still have the European quality at reasonable prices. We are not the highest. And how we are able to drive it is because jointly we believe in the same dream, that if we have the right volumes, there is no point of selling 10 machines at a very high margin. You can sell 50 machines at a lower margin, right? For everybody. Then Lombardi gets economies of scale. We have a full infrastructure which is then paid, or the cost is attributed or distributed over a larger customer base. And that's how it's been growing. The second key point is we've been listening to our customers and developing every time. We go to the market said develop a bigger repeat. We are the only press on the market which now has a 40-inch repeat against all the competition which is still stuck at a 24-inch or a maximum 28-inch repeat. We found that there is a niche here to develop. Let's go and hit the niche and create it. The technological development will continue. The team is working well between Lombardi and Winsack, and I'm sure the future is good. Another thing that Nicola mentioned, we now want to push into the mid-web sector, or mid or wide web. The new Invicta i2, which is going to be 750 or even 1100 mm width, is a new market that we are going to push in. So we're going to go after the big boys now and say, okay, let's see whether we can. 1100.
Wow.
Yeah, Invicta i2 is now available up to 1100. It's the only flexo press on the market which can do 1000 mm width and 1000 mm repeat. So imagine doing a 1 square meter piece of print in one revolution.
What applications are you talking about?
So again, flexible packaging, but mostly for short to medium runs. Where we fight against the CI flexos is the CI flexos are again high speed, running 300-400 meters a minute. We want to limit this to 200 meters a minute, but quick change. Typically, what takes a couple of hours to change on a CI flexo, with this would take maybe 10 minutes or 15 minutes to change. So we want to stay in the in the kilo bracket. They say below 2000 kilo to make efficiently flexible packaging of 12 micron film below 2000 kilos. That's the market strategy.
So, just to finish the thing,
sure.
Give us more on the success, what's happening.
The sales numbers are growing, touchwood.
Okay.
The Middle East, UAE alone now has more than 10 machines installed. We have now 4 machines on order to be delivered before the end of the year. You'll be surprised to see some of the most, some customers who said, oh, our competitor brands were mentioning that they are our best customers. They have moved from that brand to move to Lombardi, so which is a very positive sense that they've found value in the Lombardi brand. I can happily say that we now have repeat orders from at least 90% of our global customers. 90% of our customers globally have placed a second, third, fourth order. We have customers with 10 machines under one roof. We have a single customer who has 6 machines now. We have customers in India with 4 machines. We have now 3 customers in the UAE with the second machine already delivered or on the way. So the market's growing, and our customers are making money, which makes us very happy, because I'm sure that the next is, it's not a struggle. It's just a friendly chat for 5 minutes and say, okay, let's close this next order of the next piece of kit that they want to buy.
All right, gentlemen, it's a pleasure seeing both of you, and wishing you the very best as
Thanks,
we go forward. Yeah.
Thank you.
All
Thank
the
you.
best. Thank you very much.